Let's put together the Raspberry Pi. It's a Model B 512 megabyte RAM. It's got video card, everything built in. It's basically a computer. It's got an Ethernet jack located on the end. It's got two USB ports. And if you turn it over here to the side, you can see that it's got a VGA port for standard video and a 3.5 millimeter audio port. Flip over to the other side and you're going to see the 1.3 HDMI port. Now on the bottom side, you're going to see the SD card slot, and that SD card actually acts as a hard disk drive for this little mini computer. And there you have it, the Raspberry Pi. Now we're going to go ahead and assemble this, and you're going to need the Raspberry Pi, an SD card, and you want to go ahead and pick up a good case. I got this one from MCM Electronics, and they sell everything related or that you will need for the Raspberry. It's a cool case. It's got a little Raspberry on it and some indicator lights that actually work, and it's semi-translucent, so it's kind of neat. One thing that's really important for these is the power supply. Most problems you hear that occur with the Raspberry is due to a poor power supply. It needs to be 5 volt, 1 amp, micro USB charger. And they sell them specifically for the Raspberry on the website at MCM Electronics. It's a micro USB connector similar to an Android phone, and it plugs in. That port is right at the very end. And really that's your on and off switch. You plug it in and it's on, you pull it out and it's off. So let's go ahead and take the case apart. You're going to use the bottom side. You can see the two little screw holes where it could be mounted to a wall or behind a TV. And you just carefully place the board down in there. It should fit perfectly. Kind of falls into place. And once it's in and it's seated properly, you can see how everything fits tight against the cutouts. Then really you just put on the top and drop in the 4 screws and you're done. You need a decent screwdriver with kind of a smaller tip. You don't want to have something that's too big or too skinny because you could strip the screws. And I'm going to head and time warp here and get these screws in. And once they're in, you can plug up the adapter and kind of make sure everything aligns. Make sure your SD card's able to go in and out. You just want to make sure everything can go into place as it needs to be. And that's really it with the assembly. It's pretty simple. One other thing that I have that I didn't mention is a USB stick. You can store all types of media onto a USB powered hard disk drive or a USB stick and play that media back through the Raspberry directly connected in that USB port. So it's pretty convenient to have some local media in case you have an internet connection problem or something. And that's it. That's the Raspberry Pi. Pretty easy.